Okay, let's get this thing going here. All right, that should be it. Okay, here we go. Another day, another day. So again, I'm not marked available right now. So we're gonna start it off pretty much the way we did yesterday. If people need to do a pit run, we'll do a pit run. We're not gonna start today with Darrell. We are gonna start today with Varshan and Grigori instead. But if you are friends with me, which is how we do this, then it's super easy because when I tell you, you're just going to do a request to join and you'll be in the group. I don't know if people need a high level pit or if they're just ready to go do bosses. So I'm going to go ahead and mark myself available here. Let's go ahead and get that done right away. All right. And there we are. We're now available. All right. I don't know what people need here. I'm here to help you. I don't need anything. So my alt and this guy are both ready to go. What do you want to do? If you need help through a high level pit, I'll run the high level pit. If you want to just join up and go run bosses and farm for mythics, we can go do that. What's up, 0007? Good to see you. You guys, I do this for you. So you guys tell me what you need. But we do have 3 spots open now. So if you want to, this is when you do it. You do a request to join group, and then we'll figure out what direction we want to go. I know that we're going to start, when we do bosses, we're going to start with Varshan and Grigori today. Yesterday we did, thank you 0007, appreciate it. We yesterday we did Darrell pretty much the entire stream, although we did do pit runs and Infernal Hordes because we were trying to get some people some Obudicite, and we were trying to get them to Torment 4. But we have 3 spots open, and I'm ready to go whenever you guys get in. So I think what we'll do is we'll just come down here and get ready to do Varshan. What's up, Faulty? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Well, let's see what we're going to do. We have 3 spots open. Nobody is in the group except for me right now. So we tried the super lightning ball build. It's fun. I did a lightning ball build a couple seasons ago and it was really fun. But yeah, I'm sure it's fun. Yeah, sorceress is a fun. Yeah, take your time, 0007. Yep, take your time. Hit 1 billion damage for the first time. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Mara, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I turned it on and we did a video so people could see. I think we hit like 17.8 billion. And that was actually before we made some other changes, but people wanted to see it. So I turned it on for that. I leave my damage numbers. Good morning, Rock. I leave my damage number. We do have openings, guys. I leave my damage numbers off because I've had several viewers tell me that they just can't enjoy the stream watching just numbers flashing. They said it blocks all their view. So I'm like, I get it. So we turned all of that off. And I turn it on every now and then and make a video just so people can see because they've asked. Okay, so it looks like we're probably going to be starting off. We're probably going to be starting off with Marvel Rivals. A lot of people are liking Marvel Rivals. A lot of people are. I've seen it just streamed everywhere. Lots of people playing it. Lots of people. There's a lot of people that are playing Marvel Rivals for sure. So we're just waiting for people to get in. We've had some people say they're logging in, stuff like that. We're just waiting. I played 11 a.m. Eastern every day except for Saturday. Sunday through Friday, we played 11 a.m. Eastern. So that's how we've been doing it. Diablo 4 Season 7 has been actually pretty fun with the witch powers and things like that. They've actually been really, really fun. I've been pretty surprised with it, to be honest. It's been pretty fun. We're just gonna wait here for a little bit, give everybody time to get logged in. I know there's some people that are trying to log in now. And then we'll go, we're gonna start today at Barshan. Then after that, we'll go to Grigori. I'm on Torment 4. I did play Path of Exile too. I'm a big, huge Path of Exile guy. I was very disappointed with Path of Exile 2. I mean, I actually played it, played the maps, played the end game, and then left. Went back to PoE 1, actually. I prefer PoE 1 over PoE 2. I really wasn't impressed, but it's very early. It's got a lot of time to cook. Itching for a new story, yeah. I think there's a lot of people right now that are trying to do saying the exact same thing. I mean, I'll share something with you all right now that I was contacted yesterday by Blizzard and asked if you guys saw him on chat. Actually, you seen him come into chat. They sent me a pretty big message, a pretty big contract, and asking me if I wanted to partner. So that was kind of cool. But you guys seen him in chat. He was in Twitch yesterday, so that was kind of cool. Last Epoch is really fun too. I played Last Epoch. I played Last Ark. I've played really all of them. I like D4. I like it for my own reason. D4. Here's my thing with D4, and I'm just gonna say it. I've said this over and over and over. You guys have heard me say this for at least a couple years now. D4 is the perfect game if you're playing PoE 1 or PoE 2. It's the perfect game when you need a break from those games. Those games are extremely stressful sometimes very, very challenging. And so when you just want to throw your mouse across the room, it's better to just say, you know what? I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go play D4 for a couple hours, and I feel a lot better. Because in D4 you can just go crazy and have, and to me, that I like it. I like that. Now, do I go to some other more challenging games? Absolutely. Absolutely I do. But D4 is always my go back to game. It's just the perfect fit that it doesn't take a whole lot of, it doesn't cause me a lot of stress. It doesn't cause me to want to throw my mouse across the room. It's perfect for that. I think. You know, so well, they're not they're offering me a partnership, but they're not paying me any money. They're not paying me any money. I mean, yeah, they're not gonna, there's no pay in that. It's just they want you to kind of be streaming their game, showing their game, but it doesn't, I mean, this is the one thing that I really looked over very, very closely. It doesn't say that I can't say anything negative. It doesn't say that I can't. It just says, hey, we like the content you're doing. In fact, what they said was, we like the content you're doing. We like the fact that you're helping players progress, which is what we've always done. And we would like to partner with you. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. You know, and they sent me a big old contract, and but there's no pay, there's no money shared or anything like that. It's just, you get a few perks, like you can be like the first to get the betas and play with those. There's a few perks, but I think most of it is just, it's kind of nice to have somebody have a software company recognize the work you've been doing for 2 years. But don't get me wrong. I mean, Dwarven Realms and a few other games have contacted me over the years, and I've said no to all of them. But yeah, we're still going to do Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Guess who? 11 a.m. Eastern. We're still going to do it. Yeah, yeah. No pay. There is no pay for what they're offering me. It's just they just there's a few perks. And the perks aren't anything super special that you guys know. I don't care. It's got some cosmetics and things like that. And you guys know I don't care about cosmetics. Look at my character. I mean, look at my character. I don't care about cosmetics. It's not something that I care about. It's just that if I'm going to play the game, it's kind of cool to be partnered with them. I think it's kind of cool, but who knows? I mean, and it's something that you can walk away from at any time. Now, if they were paying you, I'm sure that there would be more that you couldn't walk away. But all right, so we've got openings for 2 more, guys. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go and get this ball rolling rather than just sit here. We're going to start right in here. Drew, you can definitely join me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, guys, you don't need to ask. Just come on in and do it. Because if you ask, the odds are you're going to miss it. The odds are you will miss it. You just need to do a request to join and you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and clear this whole dungeon out so people can get through here. It looks like we've got a couple. Let's just clear all this. All right. So we're just waiting for the last person to join up if they're going to join, and we're all going to meet in here. That's me, Mara. That's me. Let me put it over here for the other chat. So you guys are aware, I stream everywhere at the same time. So right now we are streaming at TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We used to stream at Kick and Trovo. We've dropped both of those. But that's me. That's how you do a friend request to me. I grant it, and then when I say we have an opening, boom, all you have to do is do a request to join, and you're in. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start this. If other people join up, they'll be able to get in on this. All right, here we go, guys. Don't worry about this too much. We'll burn this dude down pretty fast. Oh, I guess I should pay attention. There you go. Time to die. If you're a little lower level, you'll still be fine. Oh, you know what? Let me do this just to help you guys out a little bit first, too. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we'll do this. All right, there we go. All right, there you go. We just got a mythic right there. We got the amulet. So that's after 14 minutes, and we weren't even in this. We were in here for what, 4 minutes? So that's a good sign. That's a good sign that Varsan is dropping. We average lately with this season, it's been 10 an hour. And we try to track it. So if you get one, just yell it out. Say, hey, Mythic. Oh, I'm sorry, you were just porting to town. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. He came up. Sorry about that. Okay, go to town. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. I'll do the same thing. I'll go to town as well. So we have an opening for one person still, you guys. We still have an opening for one person. All you got to do is you just got to be in seasonal. And for this group, you're going to have to be a Torment 4. Now, normally, if you need a pit run, we try to do that at the beginning of the stream, and we do, like yesterday, we'll go down in difficulty and run you through torment, a high pit boss, and then pit run, and then we go. So you can go to torment 4. The new season's been interesting. I've actually, you know, I was pretty critical of it before it started, but it's actually been more fun than I imagined. The witch powers are pretty cool. I mean, that's this big thing you see around me, these witch powers. Like right now, I'm running with these powers here, or siphoning, misfortune, soul harvest, shaken soul, hex of whispers, and then I'm using the cycle here. All right, here we go. Still got, oh no, what? Let's wait. 007 is still out. Let's wait. No worries, Drew. Nope. No worries. There is no worry. I'm in no rush, guys. Sometimes you'll see me dropping these fast, but that's just because I'm trying to get you mythics. I'm just trying to keep it rolling. But I am in absolutely no rush. I don't need any gear. I don't need a thing. This is 100% for you guys. We still have one opening if anybody wants to get in on this. Again, you just have to do a friend request. Once you do that, you do a request to join. Don't ask if you can join, just join. Because if you ask, somebody else is already going to beat you to it. We've had one mythic drop already. We've literally been in here less than 5 minutes. He spawns so quick compared to most of the other bosses. It's easy for me to click this and then I look at the chat screen and I forget he's already up on there. I'm full. I'm full. Joan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate you over there at Twitch. Appreciate it. Okay, let's keep this ball rolling. Get you guys some gear. If there is a specific piece of gear somebody in this party needs, and if it's a unique, let me know. And we will go to the boss that drops that piece. Because I'm just here to help you guys. So if there is a piece that you need, you guys tell me, and we'll go to that boss and we'll run for that unique. Because every unique will drop at a specific place. Again, we do have spot for one opening. We have one opening still left. Just waiting for 0007 here. He's got a lot of gear to sift through, because you look, his Paragon is only 144, so all of this gear is awesome for him. And so I want to give him time that he can kind of go through it a little bit. J-Man, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it over there at Twitch. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yo, no, you're welcome, 0007. I understand, bro. You're a Paragon 144. You definitely, this gear is good, great for you. So yeah, Jordan, good to see you. Good to see you. Jordan, I found out your problem too, why you were losing armor. Somebody shared it yesterday, might have been faulty, but here's why. When you join a party, you lose your mercenaries, and you're using the mercenary that's giving you armor. So when that mercenary's gone, you lose that armor, if that makes any sense to you. But as soon as the person mentioned it yesterday in the chat, I realized, oh shit, that's right. That's right. Depending on which mercenary you're using, one of the mercenaries, I can't remember the name, but gives you armor. So when you join a party, that mercenary is not part of it. Mercenaries disappear when you're a party. So you're going to lose whatever armor that they were using. So it should be your merc, one of your mercs is giving you armor, and so when you join a party, the mercenaries aren't used; they're gone, they disappear. So whatever that mercenary is giving you, that armor is gone. If they're giving you this extra, let's say 10% armor or 15% armor, which I think it is 15%, when you join a party, the mercenaries disappear. They're no longer part of your equation. So whatever they were giving you is gone. When I run without my friend, my armor doesn't go down in another party. Oh, that's weird. So, okay, when you run without your friend, your armor doesn't go down. Oh, that's weird. But when you run with your friend, it goes down. You need to ask your friend what mercs he's using. That's interesting. It's literally just with that one person, huh? He plays the rogue. Huh. Hirelings are lost at 3 to 4 members. But this is weird because he's only playing... Okay, let's go. He's only playing with one other person. It's just one person. When he plays with that one person, he's losing his armor. And every other person he plays with, he doesn't lose any armor. Well, that really kind of threw a curve into my explanation then. I really thought I had the answer for you. But now when you say that, I'm going... I would have to know what your buddies' mercs are. That's so weird, huh? Well, I guess I don't have the answer for you then, Jordan. Sorry. Yeah, mercs have no effect in parties, yeah. So why, if he's playing a rogue, how come you're losing armor? It's weird. I'd have to go and look at the rogue build. Oh, I'd have to go look at some information on the rogue, I guess. That's interesting. It wasn't faulty, but yeah, somebody meant, oh, I think it was Deidre. Deidre mentioned it yesterday. And they said, well, if you're in a party, you're going to lose some armor because if you lose your mercs. But he's saying that he doesn't lose it in any party except for one, when he plays with one person, and that one person makes him lose his armor. Like if I joined your party, my armor would be the same. That's weird, bro. I guess I'd have to figure out what's going on with your buddies. Something, I don't know. That's strange. Huh. Guys, we do have one opening still, just so you all know. We do have an opening here. And I know a lot of you want to get on these at work. We are going to do this again Sunday at 11, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, I gotta go to town, guys. Yeah, very interesting, Jordan. That's a good problem. I guess I do not have the answer for that. I thought I did, but apparently not. Huh. And I don't know why it would be occurring with a rogue. I have to go and look at some of their skills again and see if I can, because I don't remember anything on a rogue that would do that. Well, the game is bugged. Something is definitely wrong. What's weird is it a bug? Because it really sounds like something that one player, he's playing Dance of Knives. Well, Dance of Knives doesn't have anything that would do that. I've done a Dance of Knives build. Oh, no, I can't think of anything that would do that. Nothing comes to my mind on a Dance of Knives build that would cause you, there we go, that would cause you to run, oh, now we're full, guys, that would cause you to lose armor. It's just so weird. Never heard of it. I will, we have people here that play Rogue a lot more than I do. So as this stream continues, I'll continue to ask this question. I will continue to ask this question. One good thing about Blizzard offering me a partnership is I do get to be directly in touch with the developers. I am able to make some recommendations, not that they'll follow them, but I am able to give them ideas, and I'm able to give them things like this that you're talking about right here. So that's super interesting. Never heard of that happening. All right, there we go. We're ready to go. My barb build? I can show you my barb build, sure. Let's see. First, let's start with just the gear. I'm wearing the Ugly Bastard's helm. I'm wearing the Mantle of Mountain's Fury. I'm wearing the Fists of Fate. Just a pair of regular pants here, with bash on them. Radica's Wake. There are my boots. Two-handed mace here. A single-handed sword here. Doombringer sword here, mythic here. I use the Ancient's Oath here for specific reasons because I like the damage to close enemies and I like the cooldown reduction. I was using Steel Grasp as a leveling, so I just kept it. I've tried to change Morning Modest. I've changed it out with the Grandfather and a few other pieces, and I keep coming back to this. It just performs. I use the Ring of Starless Skies, and then any ring with Edge Masters on it. And any amulet with Inner Calm on it. Then when you get into Paragon, let's do that real quick for you so you can see it super fast here. All right, so I'm really using Marshall as my glyph, Challenger as my glyph, Ire as a glyph, Revenge as a glyph, and Rumble as a glyph. I was previously using Crusher as a leveling. I was using Crusher and I was using Dominant, but we've switched out now to those two. We switched to Marshall and Ire. It's an interesting build. It's not anybody else's build. It's kind of been, it's kind of a strange build, but it works. It could be probably more powerful, but I went more towards tanky. I went to be really tanky so they couldn't kill me, basically, because I do these runs. I don't want to die and have my group kind of stranded. Now, these have been pretty good groups lately, and I could have probably gone more towards damage, but I really went more of a tanky kind of way. I have not tried the Shroud this season. No, I have not. I like the Mantle. I really do like it. But I have not tried the Shroud. We are full now, Modest. Yes. Yep. Here we are. Yep. We are. Yeah, I have not tried the Shroud, which would probably be a good experiment to do. I guess I've just been pretty happy with what I got, and I kind of stuck with it. I've probably been experimenting more on because I know the Barbarian like the back of my hand, honestly. It's my favorite class every season, and I've always do at least one. So the one I'm probably experimenting the most has been my Razorwing Spiritborn. We've been trying all kinds of crazy stuff with him. He's actually I think Razorwing is a pretty weird build. Mine is anyway. It's been an interesting build. It's fun to play, but I would say that right now his damage is awesome. The problem is getting the charges on your Razorwing, getting up high enough where it's just able to just boom. But because once you get it rolling, it's just taking down everything. It's just getting it. Yeah, I really do like the Mantle a lot. It's been after they fixed it, it's been super good. All right, here we go. I still can't figure out why Jordan. So we have a viewer who's playing, let's say a barbarian. I think it's a barbarian, and he's playing only with his partner, his friend, who has a rogue, Dance of Knives, and only with that group. No other group doesn't do it to him. He loses armor. He's losing like 15% of his armor every single time he joins up with his buddy. Which at first I thought it was, oh, you're losing your mercenaries. And he's like, no, because if I join up with any other party, I don't lose that armor. With this one person with Dance of Knives. So that's weird. You're playing a Spiritborn. Okay, Jordan, I'm sorry. He's playing a Spiritborn. And when he joins up with this one person that's a rogue, Dance of Knives rogue, he's losing about 15% of his armor. Like, how is that even possible? I thought it was due to your mercenaries, because when you're a party, you lose your mercenaries, but it doesn't do it except for this one partner that he plays with. So if I has an answer to that, I would love to hear it. So would he. Both of them are in T4. Yeah, both of them are in Torment. It's so weird, right? I've never heard of it. And I actually thought that somebody had the answer yesterday when they said mercenaries. I was like, oh, yeah, duh, you lose your mercenaries in a group. I forgot. And then when I asked him this morning, he's on TikTok, right? He's on TikTok right now, Jordan is. And and when he said, no, it only does it with this one player that's playing a Dance of Knives. I'm like, what? I don't understand, because Dance of Knives cannot affect your armor. That's so weird. Yeah, maybe a witch power glitch. Maybe, J-Man. It could very well be some type of glitch with the witch power. It's so weird. An incense won't take. Oh, there you go. Fist of Fate. Look at that. Good job, Stuffed Toy. Awesome, man. Two of them even. Wow. Oh, got them last night. That's cool. The thing is though, he checked his witch powers. An incense won't take anything away. It'll give, but it won't take. So it's so weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to search for an answer on that one, because that it does kind of sound like it's some type of glitch for something, but what? Oh, we're full, Maz. We're full, bro. We're full. Hang tight. It always opens up, but it's got to be patient. I think we've only seen two mythics so far. I keep forgetting this guy pops right up. After they did these changes, he's up quick. We've seen two mythics so far, and it's been like maybe 15, 20 minutes. If his friend uses the dodge incense, it can override the armor incense. Hang on. He can override, I think that's like 300 armor. Ingot ring of Starless. Oh, 007 got the ring, our Starless guy. That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's 3 mythics. 3 mythics. If his friend uses the dodge incense, it can override the armor incense, which is 300 armor. Okay, that would make sense. Which could be what's happening, Jordan. So Jordan, what Faulty is mentioning is, he's mentioning that if your friend is using the dodge incense, it will override your armor incense, which then was like, that's like 300 armor. How would I lower my berserker? What do you mean? Why do you want to lower? I guess I don't understand the question very well. Why do you want to lower? How would I lower my berserker alt? You don't use the armor incense. I use the fast attacking one. Okay, so that is so freaking crazy, bro. I don't understand how that's happening. I'm gonna have to dig and see if I can find you an answer, Jordan, because that's so weird. I thought we had the answer. Honestly, I thought we had it. I was like, oh yeah, okay, but now I'm gonna have to dig. Yeah, the advantage 2. Yeah. It's this one. You're using, I'll show you. I got it. I have it on my bag. You're using this guy right here, Elixir of Advantage 2. Well, like every idea we come up with, bro, we you can trade uniques, yes. You can trade uniques. I'm not sure I understood your question about, oh, you want to lower the cooldown on your berserker. I follow your question now. All right. So cooldown will lower your cooldown on everything. All right. Cooldown will lower your cooldown on everything. And I think, and I'll check here in a second, I think there is a temper that lowers the berserker cooldown. Maybe not. I might be wrong. Let me look here. I might be, let's see, I might be wrong. Hammer of the Ancient Size, Wrath of the Berserker cooldown. Right there is Wrath of the Berserker cooldown. It's a temper. So you can temper your cooldown on your Berserker. And then anything that has cooldown will cool down. It's set for everything. That's an elixir. You can stack 3 different types of incense and an elixir. Yeah, that's what I do now. But it's weird because he's not using the armor incense. Yeah, that's crazy. I need to look into that because now he's got me wondering how that's happening. That's very odd. I don't know of anything that should be taking armor away from him when he joins a party of one, and only when it's that one person. Yeah. User is saying, yeah. Anything that you masterworked, you cannot trade, whether it be a unique, whether it be, you cannot trade it. And you cannot trade mythics, of course, which I would like for them to change. I would like to make mythics not tradable to everyone, but tradable for your party members. Kind of like the way World of Warcraft does it. I think would be an awesome idea to be able to say, hey, we all killed the boss. Here's my reasoning. I'm going to be honest. I break so many pieces, you guys. I mean, I break so many mythic gear that the people in my party could use it. They need it. And if I could trade it to them, because they helped kill this boss, we all killed it as a team, it would just be fair. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair way to do it. So we just have to convince the devs that it's fair. I think that, to me, it's the way World of Warcraft does it is such a good idea that if I pick it up, I should be able to say, hey, does anybody in this group need it? If multiple people need it, then you would have a role feature, like in World of Warcraft, that the highest number roll gets it. Something like that would be fair. But yeah, I think him losing armor is a bug. I really do. I think that when he joins with that guy dancing knives, there's something going on that's a bug. Yeah, like D3 was exactly like that. Yep. Now, Blizzard has been having some problems with mythics being duped, and I thought they fixed it, but that might be why they can't implement this feature that I'm talking about. But I think it would be a cool feature. The other thing that I would like to see, and I'll show you right now. Oh, well, I guess I'll show you when I get back. Let me go cash in my bags. Yeah, you had like a 2-hour window. You're done playing with him. Jordan, just what you need to do, Jordan, is drink the elixir for armor or something to make up for what his glitch is doing to you, because that's weird. I mean, it's just weird. Yeah, I wouldn't stop playing with him though, bro. Oh, last season's gear it stays with you on the internal server. So when your character went to the internal server, everything he has is still with him. Okay, so you enchanted your gear to get it up a bit. That was a good idea. So it should still be there, Maz. So if you go to the eternal server, you'll see that your characters are there. They still have their gear, and probably what was in their bags is still in their bags, except for some items that were removed due to the season being over. We're just gonna wait here a little bit. Oh, what I was going to talk to you about is I would like to see them do this. Okay, so right now, we're struggling with some end game content in D4, right? A lot of people agree with that. They could do this super simple and make Tormented Varshan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where he scales up. You get more rewards. He gets more difficult. Make it go up to 20. And do that for every single boss. I think that would be kind of cool. The problem they have probably is, what do you do about gear? I mean, do you just make it drop more gear, or how do you? So yeah, I would also like to see Lilith become a little bit more end game, where, I mean, right now Lilith doesn't drop anything that you're gonna probably ever use. You know, you get the achievement, and that's about it. Oh, and the spark. No, you can't bring any of your mats Can't bring anything to this season. It stays in the Eternal server. Now, people play the Eternal server. A lot of people do. A lot of people like it. I have not, but I've heard some people have told me that they play it a lot and that it's pretty busy. Okay, so still waiting for you guys to get some mythics. I know Karav has gotten a ring. I don't think Stuffed Toy or Sixella has gotten a mythic yet, though. Well, I'm full. Oh yeah, I agree. And again, I'm not asking for more torment levels per se. I'm just asking for spirit. There you go. Stuffed Toy got the Lacanda. I'm just asking for some way to give us some higher difficulties on the bosses. But I agree with you. Don't take away don't lower my resistances. Don't lower my armor. Don't touch that stuff. Let's just scale up. Like give Torment 1, Torment 2, Torment 3, Torment 4, Torment 5, all the way to Torment 20 on just the bosses. So like when you do this here, you would be able to choose. And if you guys remember, if you played the previous seasons, not last season, but if you played season 1 through whatever, 1 through 5, I think, this was, you had a choice. You had normal and you had tormented. So what I would like to see them do is make that put that, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. I started it without everybody here. Sorry. I would like to see them give us a higher range of difficulty for the bosses, but don't make that change your gear and stuff. No mythic for you yet. All right. Sixtella has gotten no mythic yet. All right, let's make it happen. Don't worry, we're gonna do this boss. Then we're gonna run some Grigori. Grigori, I think, drops a little bit better than here, but we're just gonna give them all a little try here. Back to what you were saying, Faulty, about need a new story, need a different story, a different game. I know I gotta go back full. I always leave like mid-season, go play another game, and then I come back. Yeah, I think Jordan is experiencing a bug, Faulty. I agree. I think it's a bug, something to do with, I have a feeling it has something to do with either a witch power or something is bugged for sure. Oh, we'll say that. But I will try to fish it out through the D4 developers and see if they know of a reason for that, because it's got me baffled for sure. And now I really want to know why. I really want to know why it's doing that, because it doesn't make any sense that And again, it would make sense if it was doing it every single time he was in a party. But when it only does it with only one other person, just and always that person, that's suspicious. It really sounds like it's something to do with that other person, and something they're using is bugged. Something glitched. Justin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Holy smokes, full again. So right now, Sixtella is gotten no mythic. Nothing for them. So let's see what we can do here. It's been dropping very slow at this boss. We may not want to stay here super long. We may want to switch up, but we're going to just do it a little bit longer. See if we can get him to start giving us a little bit of something here. Sometimes it takes a while to get everything rolling, but we'll see. Wow, big lag right there. I couldn't even get it. That was weird. That was a big lag right there. Huh. Interesting. It's the first time I really saw a lag today. I saw a lot yesterday. Not ready. Yeah, actually, a lot of people play the Eternal server. I was surprised. I didn't think so. I like I said, I haven't spent too much time on the Eternal server, but I've had a lot of people tell me that they play on the Eternal server a lot, and I was like, okay. And I said, yeah, but it's probably pretty barren, isn't it? There's nobody there, and they're like, no, it's busy. So that was interesting, and to hear, Faulty, that that's what you played is on the Eternal server last season. That's interesting.
Wasn't paying attention. My bad, guy. I'm sorry, guys. He pops up so quick now since this change of relocating this altar. Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you that, Faulty, because some people on TikTok are saying that the Eternal community is nowhere near as chill as Seasonal, and that even though the Eternal realm is good, the people are more stuck up. Do you see that, Faulty, when you play it? I know you that's where you hung out last season. I'm just curious if it's kind of across the board that community is not as well as Seasonal community. The Seasonal community is awesome. I mean, the people on the Seasonal, they're just so good. I haven't seen any like really toxic stuff going on. All right. It's on mics. Oh. All the time. Mike. Okay. Success got a mythic. Awesome. There we go. It's a spear. I mean, it's a spark at least. It's not the best piece in the world, but it's definitely a spark. Now everybody's got one. Some people have gotten 2 mythics already. All right, so I'm glad we didn't just jump to another boss right away. That's good. That's good. Couldn't even do it. That was weird. Twice now. Back to town. There, I can be toxic. Okay, well, I've seen really toxic games. I guess maybe that's what I'm judging it on. There are some games out there that are super toxic to play. Super toxic. One of them for sure is Siege. If you've ever played Rainbow Six Siege, man, that's a toxic game. I love the game, but holy cow, the people in that game are super freaking toxic. I mean, I've played it in there where the people are so toxic that I've started shooting my own teammates. It's because, you know, I'm so sick of your mouth. I would just start shooting them. It was just like, dude. Yeah, there are some games that are pretty. Marvel Rivals is really. Oh. Huh, interesting. I think any game that has ranked play has the capability to be toxic. I really do. And I can name several that have ranked play that they can get extremely toxic very quickly. I mean, almost you're surprised at how fast they morph. So that makes sense to me that Marvel might have toxic people, because that does have a very big ranked. The trade chat is super toxic. Really? Huh. Yeah. it's interesting. There are some very toxic games out there, for sure. I've just always felt like Diablo's been a pretty good environment. League of Legends. I played League of Legends. Yeah, I played League of Legends. I played League of Legends. Really toxic game is World of Warships. Holy smokes. Toxic game for sure. It's such a toxic game in World of Warships, which I love the game, the strategy of it. But yeah, it's so toxic that you actually have to turn the chat off. Yeah, I think Diablo's been very good community. I think. Oh, okay. And 007 got Endero's message. I gotta go cash my bags. So now we're up to, I think that's number 8. I think that's the 7th or 8th mythic in about an hour, almost an hour exactly. Okay, I gotta stop saving these things. There's just no point in it. Let me dump these in here. Hey, gotcha. Good. Drew's keeping tabs. Awesome. No, this is not Diablo 3. This is Diablo 4. Yeah, Diablo 4, Season 7. So we've seen 8 mythics in an hour. The average has been 10, which is a little bit lower than Season 5, but still good. All right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. All right, let's go ahead. He's coming. He'll be here. See something here. Okay.
Can't lift more.
Cool. All right. Let me ask you guys in the party, is there a boss that you would rather be doing because you need a piece of gear? If there's a boss that you need a piece of gear from, let me know. We will go to that boss specifically and farm it, because uniques will fall at specific bosses. So if there's something that you need from a boss, I'm more than happy to switch it up and go there. And if you don't know where it got, but you know the item, tell me, because I do have a drop list here in my phone that I can go right to, and we can go find that piece, that whatever it may be that you need. I started it without 007 here. I didn't even notice. My bad. I have a bad habit of that, honestly. Let's wait for him to get here. Sorry about that, dude. I didn't realize you weren't here. My bad. Need for a rogue. What is really good? I don't know off the top of my head about a rogue. A rogue is probably one of the least classes that I've played, but maybe somebody else. If you put in the chat there, 0007, what your build is, what kind of rogue you're making, well, I'm sure we'll have input for you, and then we can go. Like, I know, like, Cowl of the Nameless. A Cowl of the Nameless is one that's pretty popular on a rogue, but again, it depends on your build. So, what type of build do you want to make on a rogue? Are you trying to make like a dancing with knives? Are you trying to make, because that will help people give us an idea of what gear you need, and then we can go. And rogue is one class. Rogue and necromancer are probably the two classes that I play the least. I love playing the druid, sorceress, barbarian, but not a whole lot of rogue and necro, I will admit. Your dance with knives. Okay, dance with knives. Got you. All right. So let me do something here real quick, and I'll tell you what you need. Hang on. Let me see something here. Let's do this. Let's go over here. By the time I get you the answer, somebody will probably have already given it to you, but let's see. Let's go there. Let's go here. And you said dancing with knives is what you're doing. Let's choose that. Remember that dude yesterday with the okay, there we go. With the rain of arrows? Holy cow, it was awesome. So you're looking for, as far as mythics go, well, you want a Cowl of the Nameless, which is a ancestral, and it's found at Durrell and at Endariel, so we'll have to hit those. Then you want the Shroud of False Death for your chest piece. That's a mythic. You want the Fists of Fate. That's for gloves. That's at the Beast in the Ice. You want Tybalt's Will. That's also at Durrell. So it sounds like we need to do a trip to Durrell today. And really everything else is pretty much just regular gear. And other people may have a better answer, but yeah. So sounds like we need to do a few Durrell runs today, which we'll do. Okay, I'm full. I'm gonna go empty my bag. Yeah, yep. We'll head over there, bro. We're gonna head over there in a little bit. Let's just do a couple more runs here, and then I was gonna go do Grigori, but since your pieces are pretty specific, and I know where they drop, we will go to Durrell after a couple more runs here. And see if we can get you some of those pieces. Florida is hot today. The blood one. I'm looking for another ring. The blood one. You like my shirt? Oh, Fists of Fate. Fists of Fate. I like them because of the critical strike chance, attack speed. But the real thing is, you look at your attacks randomly deal 1% to 245% of their normal damage. So I think that's the biggest draw for those gloves. All right, let's do a couple. We're gonna fill our bags here one more time. Whoops. There you go. Good advice from user right there. Good advice from user on TikTok. Let's fill our bags here, and then we'll jump over and do some Durrell, all right? Seer. Oh, okay. Whoops. You want to do Seer. All right, so maybe we'll do that first before we go to Durrell. It's a good idea. We'll do some Seer. I love Seer. Seer's my favorite, but Seer this season has not been very hot. He's just been super, as far as mythics go. But if you're looking for a unique, we'll get that easy. So we're gonna fill our bags here. Then I'm gonna go to town and I'm gonna grab the mats. Killer bees are the challenge in the clan. Awesome. Celia too. Good for killer bees. Congrats. Oh, he was leaving. I didn't realize it. Sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and go to town, guys. Let's empty up our stuff here. I don't care about that. Let's go ahead and go to town, empty our stuff. We're going to go to Zir. I'll mark it on the map. We're going to go to Zir first. That's a nice build. Shield. I can't hang with any build, to be honest. So Dancing of Knives kind of got downplayed a little bit this season, huh? Last season, it was the one. Interesting. This season, the rogue build has been the Death Trap rogue and the Rain of Arrows. So you remember yesterday that Rain of Arrow guy that was running with us? I think it was Aged. His build was freaking incredible. I was super impressed with it. Okay, let me put this stuff away. All right, let's just throw it in here. All right, now we need what? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong stuff. Sincere. All right, there's Zir. Let's get rid of this stupid stuff.
You need a proper weapon. Anything else?
All right, so here, let me mark it on the map, you guys. Sorry. Zir. We're gonna go there. I have a lot of boss mats. You're right. I do. I have a lot. A lot. That's why I always use just my mats here. I don't use anybody else's, just mine. Oh, wait a minute. What am I following here? Make sure. Sometimes I get lost. Okay, we're good.
I need time to do that.
Getting bunky here. Come on, you. What are you doing? Something's going on with my horse there. All right. All right, I can't really clear this for you guys, so, because they're going to respawn Just want to run through here. Some of you may not know how to get here, so I just want to make sure you get here.
Not ready yet.
Nobody's in here yet, right? All right. So you want to just follow me through this jump there. All right, then we're going to go this way. We're going to go to our right.
Not ready yet.
And we're going to climb down here. And then we're going to go in right here. I just want to make sure everybody makes it. There you go, Kara. Climb down right here, right here, right here. Climb down right here. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the rain of arrows will hurt your fingers. I did do a barrage build, a rain of arrows, and I actually loved it.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Just gonna clear this out so these guys can get here without a problem. We lost 007. Let me go see. I think he missed climbing down. Let me go see. I'll be right back. Hang on. We lost him somewhere. There he is. There he is. He's here. Okay, follow me. You're good. You're good. Right here, bro. You're this way. This way. Sometimes this can be kind of a pain in the butt because if you've never been here before, it's kind of a winding mess. All right. So Zira is going to come right out of this hole right here, guys. He's going to come right out. He's going to stand right here. We're just going to pound him and kill him. Here we go. Gotten 8 mythics or 9. I know we're like real close to our normal average. And we didn't start at Durrell, which 8. Drew has been keeping track. 8. We've gotten 8 mythics so far. And we haven't done Durrell. And Durrell is where the mythics are really, in my opinion, they drop the best. We're gonna go do Durrell, but right now we're farming this. Somebody mentioned they needed the ring that this dude drops, so we're gonna see if we can get that. Okay, gotta go back to town. Yeah, we've gotten 8 so far, and we haven't even been to Durrell, so I think Durrell... But you guys saw it yesterday. Durrell was really hot in the beginning, and then about 2 hours in, he just went totally dry. He was like, wow, we couldn't get him to drop anything. So here you're seeing the ugly bastards dropping a lot here at this place. A lot of barbarian gear.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm using, you can see it's on my head right there. I'm using the Ugly Bastards helm piece. I've tried this same thing. I've tried with Hair of Perdition. I've tried with even a 2GA Hair of Perdition. I've tried it with Harlequin. This just outperforms all of them every time. For this build, I should say. And right there, you can see Wrath of Berserker cooldown reduction. That's somebody had asked that earlier. How can you get cooldown on the Wrath of Berserker? That's that piece right there. Ugly Bastard's Helm is it. Heartless, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, that piece, Ugly Bastard will. There's the ring. I think somebody might have been looking for. Wait, they were looking for the blood ring. Is that it? That's. Is the, oh, I think it is Mahonic, whatever it is. All right, here we go. Awesome, he got what he wanted. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to see that. Let's see if we can get you a better one. What was? How many GAs was that piece? I saw it had a GA on it. I didn't know if it was 1, 2, or what. It looked like 1. Let's see if we can get you one that's got 2. Let's see if we can get you another one that's a little bit better. Great. Mahonic ring, there you go. It's ring. It works good for what's the other one? The Necromancer too. Your rogue is not T4? Heartless? Huh. What was that we were running yesterday? You were running yesterday. Oh, you were running it was a Necro or a Sorceress. I forget which one. Fury issue. What's going on with your Fury? What's happening with your Fury, my friend? You just ain't got enough? It just keeps running dry on you? I got a glitch here right now where Dead Seer didn't disappear. He's kind of blocking our, making it hard to see. See, he's still there. Always running out of Fury. All right, I'll show you a couple tricks that I know for Fury. Hang tight. All right, so what I recommend with the Fury issues is to do this. First thing I would do is I would go into, Alexandria. Alexandria, I thought you were with us already. No, we're full. We're full. That's weird. I thought you were already here. Huh. Okay. So what I would do first thing is I would go up here to keyword search in your Paragon board, right? Okay. And the first thing I would do is come in here. I don't know what, hit Fury right there. Boom. All right. Now I don't know what build you're using or anything, but you can see there is one glyph that can help you. For every 5 purchase with range, you deal blah, blah, blah. And it does help you a little bit gaining Fury, because you'll see you gain 5 Fury when you kill an enemy. But if you do that right there and then expand your board out, you're going to see where you can get some Fury points. Fury, 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 Fury. Early game, you're going to want to use those. Then once you get later in the game where you don't need them anymore, you can regain those points back. So that is the first thing I would do, is do that. The next thing I would do is I would go here to Codex, and I would do the same thing in here. I would come in here. I would say, I want Fury. All right. And then bring that up. And it's going to show me the aspects. See, I'm using them now. It's going to show me the aspects that are going to help me with Fury. Okay. So those are your first items to check. Oh, thank you, White Shadow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Those are the first things I would do, is use that keyword search for Fury and start checking out where you have some opportunities. Then you can also get Fury on gear. But I don't like using my gear to get Fury. I would prefer to go Paragon, and then as I progress in the game,
I can remove those points from Fury because I won't need them anymore. Oh, your ads came up. All right. Okay. Hang on. We'll do it again. No worry, bro. Don't worry. No worries. I got you covered. Don't worry. We'll go cash these in. I got you, J-Man. We're gonna go through that one more time because it's actually pretty simple. Again, I don't know what level you are. I don't know like your build, but obviously Fury with Barbarian is a pain. So the first thing I would do, J-Man, it looks like ads I hope are done for you. I would go into my Paragon board, burst it out, come up here to keyword search. I would choose Fury, which I already have. All right. And then I would zoom out and start seeing, are there any close like Fury. I would see where I can find some Fury here. And these are good because you can pull these points back out as you level up and you no longer need Fury. The next thing I would do is I would go in here to my Codex of Power and I would do the same thing. I would click Fury, which I already have it on. All right. And it's going to show you what aspects are going to help you with Fury. And a lot of these aspects I'm using. So those are the two fastest ways, in my opinion, to fix your Fury issues. But I will agree with you. Early game, Barbarian Fury is a pain. It is a pain. Heartless, we're full right now. I would love to help you, but as of right now, we are a full group. It'll change here. If not, we'll get you in there tomorrow. But yeah, I will definitely do a high pit run for you for sure. Oh, you just made it yesterday. Yeah, so you're, oh, I just picked that piece up. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Somebody put that on the ground for somebody probably. Where was it? Right here. Was it this? It was. That ring right there, guys. Somebody dropped it for someone. I accidentally picked it up. I didn't mean to. Oh, you guys got it? Okay, perfect. Yeah, once you get the gear, yeah, Hero's right. And Earthquake Barbarian is gonna, you know, my build is very different. I ain't gonna lie, my build is very different. My build was made to be a tank. Really, I mean, damage is fine. I could go higher, but I put a lot of effort into making him super tanky because since I do these runs for people and sometimes they're under leveled, I need to make sure that I don't die. That's my priority, is that I don't die. So it's funny because I did a video where I did a pit 100 run and I downed the boss and I had a guy say, oh, your build sucks. And I'm like, really? My build sucks. I'm at a pit 100. I killed the boss. What sucks about it? Because that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And we're already doing pit 120s and we can go higher. I just don't like the pit. I hate it. But I find it funny when if you don't copy somebody's build exactly the way somebody else has done it, well, then your build sucks. And it's like, it's just not true. And that's the one good thing about Diablo 4 is you can do so many different builds and still progress in the game. You don't have to copy somebody else's build. I do recommend it for you to learn the game is to use someone else's build, but eventually you're going to be able to do your own. Joe, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think you don't want to do it on your gear, J-Man. If I was you, I would be looking for aspects, or if it's early game, aspects for sure is the way to do it. If you're a little bit mid-tier game, then yeah, you might want to start looking at Paragon. But aspects can easily fix some Fury problems. I've also always said that, you know, sometimes you have to temper early. A lot of people don't like that because you're not going to keep using that gear throughout the game. But tempering doesn't really cost you that many mats. Yeah, and it's funny, Hero, that you say that because it is a lot of people are just and Blakey is saying it as well over here on TikTok. A lot of people there are people that are sold that You have to do 150 pit runs. I don't do it. I'm going to tell you honestly, guys, last season, my highest character, well, my Spiritborn was 100 glyphs because of the anti-venom bug. But all my other 5 characters last season, not a single glyph was above 80. Not a single one. And we were killing all these bosses just like this. I don't do high pits. I don't like the pit. The pit is very boring for me. I'll do anything to avoid it, but I do it because it's necessary, and I do it to help players. You know, I do help the players that need high pit runs. I'll go and run them through it so they can get to T4. But I test my builds at Durrell. Honestly, I go and test every single build I make, and I make all my own builds. I go and test it at Durrell because here's the reason. The pit, people test their builds at the pit. Why? That's a whole different fight. It's a crowd control fight. You know, I guess, yeah, it does have a boss at the end, but you got to go all the way through that to get to that boss where you can just go to Durrell. And if I can down Durrell before he makes it out of the hole, then I know my build is good. Oh, there you go, Hero. J-Man, you see Hero's what he's talking about the 2 aspects that you can get on your rings that will trigger Fury. There are some good, like I said, you can go in there and just do a search. If you go in, real quick, if you go into here, Codex of Power, let me do this, clear it. If you go in here and you say keyword search, you can choose Fury right there, and it's going to show you all the aspects that have Fury. It'll help you, trust me. Aspects are probably the best way, in my opinion, to solve any type of Fury issue. Paragon is nice if you got Paragon points, because you can pull those points off of Fury later game. Like some people I've told, hey, if you're having resistance issues, put it in Paragon. But you have to remember that as you get better gear and you progress in the game, go back to the Paragon and pull those points out. Because the odds are, with the right gear, you won't need Paragon points for resistance. I mean, you might, it depends, but most likely you won't. Yeah, me too, Blake. I do the same thing. I go in, I rearrange my Paragon, I make it for all my characters. Because as the game goes, I'm getting better gear. I don't need those points there anymore. And just, yeah. Now, I purposely have made this character super tanky, man. He's very hard to kill. And that's just because if I carry a group that's a little bit lower level, I can make sure I don't die, that I can at least get them back up. So I got a feeling, guys, that after we fill this bags here, let's jump to Durrell, because I want to see you guys get more mythics. We're kind of stuck right now. Sierra used to be a hot place in season 5, and even in a little bit in season 6, but not so much anymore. Okay, so my bags are full. Let's go back to town. Let me grab the mats and let's go to Durrell. All right. Get you guys some gear. Let's get you some gear. Let's get you some gear. We've only had 8 drops so far. I mean, I know that Drew has been tracking it, and I think it's still at 8. So let's get you guys some gear. All right, so where we're gonna go, guys, just so you know, is we're gonna head right here, right there. All right. So let me change out my pieces here. Let's see, what do I got? Oh, I'm carrying a bunch of these. Let's put these back. And now let's go grab these. And we'll throw that in there. And we'll get rid of this.
Anything else?
And that should do. Oh, and this. And this. All right, there we go. Thank you for the follow, Shale. Appreciate it. Is there a big difference in drop rate for mythics from Torment 3 to Torment 4? Yeah. Let me say this. More items drop, not necessarily mythics. Not necessarily mythics, but more items drop from T3 to T4. Yes. Some people will say, well, that equates to more mythics. Maybe. I mean, I've gotten mythics at tier 2, at Torment 2, at Torment 1, at Torment 3, but I get most of them at Torment 4. I think it really depends on the boss. What boss are you running? Durell and Dariel, in my opinion, Durell and Dariel are going to give you the most mythics for the bang. However, like yesterday, Grigori dropped a lot. Grigori was dropping mythics like crazy yesterday. I was kind of surprised. I didn't get any from him, but my group, the people in the group did. The people in the group got quite a bit. Well, the Starlit Skies is hard to lose. That's hard to give up, bro. Starlit Skies is a hard ring to give up. Maybe I would just put the aspect on one ring and then look at your other aspect choices, see if you got some other gear you could place it on. Ring of Starlit Skies, I don't think I would want to give it up. It's a good ring. It's just too good not to wear. I would definitely, if you're wearing Ring of Starless Skies, I would definitely be searching for if there's something that you can put on another piece, one of these somewhere that you can wear an aspect, or is there something that you can do? I mean, we didn't even go here. We could have gone in here to tempering as well, and we could have done the same. Oh no, I don't think you can do a search in here. No, you can't. But I would do maybe look at your Paragon then, see if that's something that you can use. What level are you, J-Man? What level? Because if you've got the ring, that means you're at least high enough to be, you're at least Torment something. All right, here we go. Guys, if you've never done this fight, I'll explain it real quick. This guy's going to come right up here in the middle. We're going to burn him down before he gets to second phase. If you're worried about dying because when he does come up, there's going to be a big repercussion of the blast on the ground. This is your safe spot right here. Another safe spot is right over here, and you'll be good. If you stand in front of him when he comes up through this hole, you're going to take some damage. So you want to stand behind him. All right, here we go. 252. Okay, so you're hot enough that it just sounds like to me that you just maybe need to put some points towards on your Paragon board. It kind of sucks because you're going to end up having to go back and remove them and move them around. Like your Fury, and I know you're probably not sitting at your character, but do you know what it's at? Is it at 100 or is it at 50? Is it a real low number? You're probably not sitting at your character though. This is Diablo 4 Season 7. Wow, big lag, big lag, big lag. I was going, why is my character not swinging? All right. I think this is probably the best place to get mythics. And Dario is good too, but you can't interrupt Dario's 122. So you got more fury than I do, bro. You actually have more fury than I do. So that's a very interesting dilemma. Wow. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Are you using ground stomp? Because ground stomp will give you, like you see right there, it's going to generate 60 fury every time you do it. That's why you see my fury jump up when it does. Oh, that's interesting. You're using ground stomp. Very interesting. I don't know the answer to why you're having that problem then. That's odd. Something is 3 shouts. Okay, you're using 3 shouts. I use 2. I can tell you that I do this. Here, let me just get this going. I'll show you. I do use a little bit of snapshotting on this build, and I'll show you what I do. I use, and I'll show you my ruins, how I do it.
My bird is too
All right, I'm full. I gotta go to town, but real quick, let me just show you this. So I use right here. I'm using Igni and Ohm, and basically that's causing my war cry to get cast again. Some people like to probably would take this war cry out, but I use it on my skill bar and here because of just what the war cry gives me. It's just so good. Then I also use over here. I'm using Lith and Tech, and it's invoking the earthquake for me without even, so that's what I use. So yeah, are you using Bold Chieftain? That's a good question, because that is important. Put that sucker on your other ring. I know you said you were wearing Starless. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that, because yeah, right here, I'm not even using it anymore, but I switched to Edgemaster. But you may need to put Bold Chieftain for sure there. I was using Bold Chieftain, so I mean, I just swapped out of it. Yeah. So you are using Bold Chieftains. Well, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss of words, honestly. It's because I use Edgemaster. Yeah. Interesting. Let me take a look at my aspects after we drop this guy, because I did do some changing with my aspects. But again, my build is more towards being really tanky, and damage is secondary, although it's happening on its own. But let's look. So I'm using the Bull Kathos, which helps my earthquake damage. All right. Earthquakes again. We're using Ground Stomp creates earthquake. We're using Executioner, Overpower, spawns on earthquake. I'm using Intercom, Standing Still. We're using Edgemaster, which we already showed. Guys, I don't know why you're having fury issues, because you have more fury than I do. I do use the Marshall glyph, though. I do use Marshall. I do that. That is something that I just switched to. And we do use Marshall. And Marshall is good. After casting a shout skill, active cooldown of every other non-shout skill is reduced by 2 seconds. So yeah, I do use Marshall. We just switched to that. I was using Crusher and Dominant, and we switched to Marshall and Ire. You're following a guide. Let me ask you, is the guide you're following on Maxroll? because the build on Maxwell, I've heard some other people say that they've had nothing but issues with it. Thanks. So I'm curious if that's where if you're following that build, because I've heard a few other people complain. Oh, you're following Rob's build. Okay. Nothing is Rob's build. Rob takes everybody else's builds and displays them and puts them on D4 builds, but he gives credit to those people. But anyway, that's a pretty good build. I mean, I've heard other people saying that they love it. Okay, there's a mythic. There we go. That's mythic number 9. Finally, that took a while to get. Shroud of False Death 2 GA. All right, I like it. Let's go to town. I want to test that versus the mantle. I'm using the mantle now. We're not going to put it on now, but I am going to do some tests with that, with the Shroud of Death compared to the mantle. The mantle, since they fixed it, I've really liked it, but yeah, we may want to change it up a little. Now, one thing different about my build for sure, there's 2 big differences about my build. 1, I use Doombringer. 2, I use Ancient's Oath. And I use Ancient's Oath because of the cooldown reduction, because I have no cooldown reduction on any of my pieces here, which you can have cooldown reduction here, you can have it here. I don't have it. So this works great, and it gets damage to close enemies, which is awesome. It works so good for me. I've actually changed it out to the Grandfather and a few other pieces, and they don't even come close. I mean, it's weird because the Ancients, shouldn't really be necessary, but it seems to work awesome. And the only reason I stumbled on it is my leveling build used Steel Grasp. So I was using this because it's got +9 to Steel Grasp. All right. And then when I got to where I felt like I was leveled and ready to start doing some content, I switched it to the Grandfather, and it was terrible. It was like, what? And then I put back the Ancient's Oath, and it's been awesome ever since. Hey, and 007 got another Andario, so that's number 10. 10 mythics. However, 10 mythics in an hour and 50 minutes. So we were doing 10 an hour. We wasted a lot of time at Varshan, probably, and Lord Zir, but it wasn't a waste of time. People were getting ancestral gear and uniques that they needed. Uniques that they needed. It's just that mythics were not dropping like normal. All right, let's go ahead. 007 will get in here. He's coming. He's coming. Yeah, and again, Harlequin Crest is another good one, but this cooldown reduction, I really like the Ugly Bastard. I really like it a lot. But yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think someone was just saying yesterday that they were, I want to say it was Chumba, was saying that he was using Harlequin Crest. Maybe not. Shattered Vow, Sixella, there we go. We're now at 11. 11 mythics.
Not ready yet.
I told you this is real. Oh, we got hit. This is the guy that's gonna drop him. Him and Andario. In my opinion, this is the best spot. Andario's good too, but you can't interrupt his first mechanic. So he's a little bit more inefficient. It's just a little bit more.
Not ready yet.
Dario is a C. True. Oh, you can't trade it, 007. You can't trade it. It's a mythic. It can't be traded. Mythics cannot. Mythics are bound to your account, so only you can use it, but you can use it on any of your characters. So, like, if you have an alt, you can put that piece in your stash, and your alt can grab it and use it. But a mythic piece, a mythic you can't trade. You can't trade it. You can't sell it. Yeah, it's. But you can put it in your in your stash, and then if you create an alt, your alt can wear it. So sometimes what you'll want to do, honestly, is you're going to want to put some of your mythics in your stash, and then you're going to want to start looking at what build can I do on an alt that will use all of these mythics, or use as many as I can use. And then it makes it so easy because you don't have to go farm for mythic gear. Once you hit 60, level 60, you can wear it, but you can't wear it until you hit level 60. So a quick way to hit level 60 is, you know, the caches that you get from the Tree of Whispers, and then you open them. Well, don't open them. If you put 21 of those in your stash, 21, and then your alt goes into your stash and grabs them all and opens all of them, boom, your alt will be level 60, just like that. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. Alien Invader's right. I'm sorry. You can wear your mythics at 35, starting level 35. He's right. Absolutely. My brain dead right there, but he's right. 35. And you can level your character up super quick by just don't open your Tree of Whisper caches. Put them in your stash. It'll take 21 of them. You put 21 of them in your stash, and bang, you can have your alt leveled instantly. I actually did a video of that last season, or the season before, one of the seasons, showing how you could do that. Yeah, the cats are way. All right. Yeah, don't tell Trump that Andario's a she, because he'll probably get pissed off that I called it a he. I know I don't want to get political. I'm just making a comment. I should have probably just not said anything. I'm not a Biden fan. Trust me. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm a fan of neither. Get out of the hole a little more that time. I think there's two really good methods to farm mats, in my opinion, and that's one, use the if you have the DLC, use the den. The den, you can get some pretty good mats through there, boss mats. But the next best way is tributes. There's another good way. But this season they're kind of dropping everywhere. I mean, holy cow! When I go in here, and I run these, which is all I do all the time, constantly. I'm inside these green areas. Holy cow, the mats drop like crazy in there. But Helltide's same way. I mean, I just prefer to go into the green areas. They're a little bit, I think, better. But yeah, you can use the tributes. There's so many different ways and mats are dropping like crazy. It sort of just depends. Like for casual players, it's probably harder. Keep in mind that, you know, if you play only for a couple hours a day, you're probably gonna, there we go, another one. That's number 12, Mythic. And I'm full. What Mythic was that one? Let's see. Shroud of False Death. That's the second one today. And we were just saying yesterday, I'm full, guys. I got to run to town. I was just saying that piece has been hard to drop lately. We were just saying it yesterday. Somebody was needing it, and we were like, can't get it. Malignant Hearts everywhere. See, I'm seeing exquisite blood like crazy. If you want to get, and like, of course, you know, if you go into Helltide, you can get a buttload of living steel. But I've been seeing a lot of exquisite blood, a lot of malignant hearts. You're right, tons of malignant hearts, and exquisite blood seems to be a really big drop. And then if I need living steel, you know, you can just go into Helltide and grab a bunch of that. And those are the two, you know, if you get living steel and malignant hearts, you're pretty much set, because that's going to give you your Jarrell runs.
Not ready.
No, Alexander, no reason to apologize, bro. You don't need to apologize for leaving. My clan was created because of a viewer. It was his idea, and it was just a way that I could communicate to people of when I was going to be online and doing boss runs. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got to go empty my. You know what? I'm going to do that for you guys here right now. We'll do that. And it was just so I could communicate with people easier. I don't tell people they got to be part of my clan to do runs or anything. All right, guys, I'm going to do this. You guys are going to have all of these. These are for you. Some of you have gotten a lot of pieces today that are just good for sparks. So you're going to need these to create your mythic. I don't need them. I have a bag full of them. I'm saving a couple for a buddy that I'm going to give him on Sunday that he needs them. And they're in my stash too. So there's all of those. And there's one more right over here. Let me grab it and throw it over here too. Here's one more. There you go. All right. Here we go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. My bag fills up with those. Is definitely yours, guys. So, Alexander, what game are you playing? You said you're not playing D4 anymore. What game did you? Yeah, I like my shirt too. My wife hates it, bro. Started a sorcerer. I love sorcerer too. It's one of my favorites as well. What game are you playing, Alexander? Now, I got like 2 Andariel summons right now. Yeah. And Dario's, the drop rate is kind of ass, isn't it? I agree. I've said it a couple times. It's still good. 10 an hour is still good, but last season was better, and the season before that was even better. But yeah, I mean, we're getting 10 mythics an hour, depending on what boss we do. If we do Jarrell for an hour, it's 10 mythics. Other bosses, not so much. Although Barshan was dropping like crazy at the beginning. Yeah, my wife hates this shirt, bro. Hates it. I got another shirt with a great big huge skull on it, and you know, I'm a Harley guy, okay? We have skulls. We like skulls. And man, my wife hates that shirt too. Every time I wear it, she's like, really? I'm like, hey, it's a shirt, okay? It's either a shirt or no shirt. What do you want? And then she goes, okay, wear it. This is Diablo 4 Season 7. Maybe 11. No, we're at 12 because you missed the one that was in TikTok. 007 said that he got, he got one in TikTok. We're at 12 because I counted his. He's communicating through TikTok what he gets.
That's for velvet.
Yeah, Darrell is pretty efficient, especially if you can drop him like this before he even gets out of the hole. Then this is where I go to test all my builds, right here. I don't go to the pit. I hate the pit. I only run the pit if you guys need the pit. This is where I come test every one of my builds for 7 seasons. I come into Darrell, I run it. If I kill him before he gets out of the hole, like we're doing here, like he's just coming out of the hole, then I know we're good. If he gets out of the hole and he starts to move, then I know we need to do more damage. I still haven't bought that Mazeron. I keep looking at it. I just haven't heard enough people that use it. I just want to make sure if I buy it, it's expensive. Mazeron is very expensive, but I don't want to buy it and then I find out it's a piece of crap. But yeah, the mythics have definitely slowed down, haven't they? Definitely. We were doing, they were dropping better of our side, weren't they? It's kind of crazy. Oh, there he made it out. I wasn't paying attention. That was me bad. My bad. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm full. I can't do a long stream today either, guys, because I gotta go do yard work. Yay. Go sweating in Florida heat.
What will it be?
Luckily, I don't have like the monstrous yard, but it's enough that it's gonna take me a while. Well, because I have this HOA that you guys have heard me complain about before that is just so asinine about some of the things they ask us to do. It's like, really? I actually had to file a petition with the FCC because my HOA said I couldn't have a 25-inch antenna on my roof that you literally cannot hardly see unless you really look for it. And so I told the HOA, you can't say shit about an antenna on a roof. It's the FCC rule, CFR 1.4000 says I can have as many antennas on my roof as I want, and you can't say shit. And my HOA said, nope, we have a rule. You signed it when you bought your home. You can't have it, period. I'm like, really? Well, let's see what happens. So I got a hold of the FCC, filed a petition. Thank you for the follow, Richie. Filed a petition. And guess what? The FCC told them, you're breaking the law. You can't do that. If you continue to press this issue, we will come after you. And I'm like, huh, what do you know? And here's the next thing that now they're trying to pull. They're trying to tell people that can't park on a public street. What's up, Richie? Took you a while. You know, and so... And I told them, it's a public street, and you can't say squat. Now, if you're in a gated community, they can. They have the right, because they own those streets. They have to maintain the streets, blah, blah, blah. But if you're in, like me, I'm in a country. I'm in the country, man. I mean, and they're trying to say, oh, my son works for an HVAC company, and he drives a pickup truck, a company truck. And they're trying to say you can't park it there. So, again,
Call the police, have them file a report. It goes to the courthouse. The courthouse then informs the HOA that this is a public street. You can't say squat. You cannot say one word. And in fact, if you try to levy a fine or anything against somebody on a public street, you are then hence breaking the law, and then we'll come after you. And my HOA tried to tell the courthouse or the county that they're wrong, and that he signed it when he bought the house. It's a rule, and they told him. They told the HOA, a rule has to be legal. You can have any rule you want, but if it's not legal, then it's not a rule. It's just some stupid shit you're saying. Oh my God, my HOA. Yeah, exactly. Harlequin Crest, there you go. That's number, I think, 13, because I've been trying to watch TikTok too. 007 puts his in TikTok. All right. Yeah, HOAs, man, if you ever buy a house, guys, don't ask. First thing to ask is, yeah, don't buy a HOA. We didn't know anything about HOAs. We came from Chicago. Chicago doesn't have HOAs. We don't have that stupid squat stuff there. Come down here to Florida. What a freaking joke. What a joke.
Need something for it?
I mean, literally, it's just a bunch of people that have nothing better to do than to walk around and go, oh, we don't like the color of your house. You have to paint. Did you know that they tried to say that I couldn't put gutters on my house? You're in Chicago. There you go. That's where we came from. It's just crazy. It's crazy, bro. Absolutely insane. Yeah, delusional is right. User, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, HOAs are just, they try to tell you, oh, we're here to help you. We're going to, oh, I know the Wheaton area. We're here to make sure the value of your home stays where it is. It goes up and bullshit. You're here to harass us. And then the funniest part about it is the board members of the HOA, they don't even live in my area. They're like totally on the other side of freaking Orlando. It's like, how do you guys become the board member? Well, from what I understood, though, it kind of got decided by the builders when they built this house. And I don't know. I know that we will never buy another home again in an HOA. That's a fact. But my HOA hates me. Because I do know the law, and they hate it. They've gotten away with this for so long until me and my wife moved here. And after me and my wife moved here, everything that they were getting away with has just been thrown out the window. They were trying to institute $100 fines on day one. Just $100, and it was $100 every single week, or day, I'm sorry, every day, until you fixed it. So then I had to inform them that no, HOA is not able to levy any fines for the first 30 days. You have to give the homeowner to fix the problem. And then, even after the 30 days, you have to have a court that then backs up your claim. I mean, all this, and this all changed in 2024, and they weren't even aware of it. It's like just, yeah, exactly, 007, you're right. We are. We're all kind of slaves to the government, really, and everyone else. Yeah, exactly. There to take your money. Not only that, but you got to pay them. I mean, we pay them. It just went up from, it was $400 a year. Now it just went up to $600. All right, Richie, take care, bro. I'm usually not on again. This is what I'm on every day, except Saturday. But Sunday we'll be on at the same time, 11 a.m. Eastern.
I'm not ready yet.
So please, yeah, everybody join up. We were trying to have fun. And forget. Spider got a Starless last night, and you're huge now. Yeah, it makes a big difference. That ring, that ring is such a good ring. Very difficult to find a reason not to wear it. I mean, it really is, because it's just so freaking good.
And it really doesn't matter what your class is. It's just a great ring. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the Wheaton area. My daughter, one of my daughters, is still in the Chicago area. She's actually Gurnee, the Gurnee area. And she stayed there when we moved, she because of her job and everything. And then my other daughter is in Clayton, California. It's a beautiful little city, man. I don't like California, but that city is really nice. I just don't like California because it's so freaking busy. Yeah, right. She's right. She's real close to Great America. Actually, when she was little, we used to get a season pass to Great America every year. Yeah, Gurnee was the spot back in the day. It really was. But we used to get the season pass every year to Great America. And now she's freaking 40. You know? And then what? Just north of Gurnee is Zion. And just south of Gurnee is what? I think, what? Is it Waukegan? I think Waukegan. Waukegan's still a pretty rough area, I think. Waukegan is still probably got some issues, but I know they got that military base there on the Navy base, I think. Yeah, it's very rough. Waukegan is a rough area. Zion too, I think. I think Zion is. I actually lived in Chicago for years and years and years, like 20 years. But I'm now here in Florida. I actually grew up in Iowa. I grew up in Iowa, and then after college, got a job in Chicago, was there for like 20 years. And then my company offered me a free transfer to Florida. Me and the wife were like, hell yeah. But my daughter was like, hell no. Dubuque, I was born in Dubuque, bro. I was born in Dubuque, Iowa. That's exactly where I was born, man. Yep. What's it, Coe College? Isn't that the home of Coe College? I think that's Coe College there. Yeah, I was born in Dubuque, Iowa. Sure was.
My burden is too great.
Yeah, I was born there, yeah. Then I lived right next to Drake University for a long time. Oh, I'm full too. I gotta go back. Yeah, but keep that attack power is really deceiving number. It really is. I wish Blizzard would change that explanation, because you guys, some of you saw it. We had a stream where a guy came in wondering why his barbarian was doing really crappy damage and he had 90,000 attack power. And he kept saying, well, I got 90,000 attack power. I should be annihilating everything. And I'm like, this number right here does not mean what you think it means. It does not mean that, oh, the higher that number is, the more damage you do. No, it's not true. We've actually, it's hard to explain what it really is, but it really should be relabeled, because that number is deceiving. And this dude, when we told him that, he came back 2 days later and he said, oh my God, you were right. I changed some stuff around that you recommended, and yeah, it dropped down to like 30K, but Now I'm smoking everything. It's just down immediately. That's why I always tell people, be careful about concentrating on that number. And in some cases, it does. And mostly with the Barbarian. The Barbarian is probably the one, like here, the one case where it kind of works like you think it does, but still not exactly. And like I said, that guy was a Barbarian with 90,000 attack power, and he couldn't kill Durrell. It took him way a long time. And that's exactly right. That's exactly what you just said right there, Heartless. It's kind of like a multiplying factor. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. We had a guy on here last season that was really good at explaining it, and I let him explain it to everybody of how it works. And you can go and Google it, get more information about it, but a lot of people think that that is a direct correlation to how much damage you're going to do, and it's not.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially if it's your first time playing, there are some confusing things, and that's why I always tell people, for your first character, maybe follow a build guide, maybe even your first two characters, so you can learn. And they do a pretty good job of explaining most of it, most of the time. But yeah, I stream Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube all at the same time. Yeah, I used to do Trovo and Kick as well, but Trovo started becoming really, I don't got anything against it. My wife is Lithuanian, okay, but it really became all Russians. I was like, holy cow. Which I don't have anything against the Russians either, but I couldn't understand 99% of the conversation most of the time. Yeah. And Kick, I didn't really understand Kick. Kick is like, whoa, what's the difference between this and Twitch, really? I didn't really get it. But yeah. Awakened, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'll tell you, the Barbarian is all about strength. And really, this is the number you care about. Strength, 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 strength. That's the number that you really care about. If you're going to play a Barbarian, you want to concentrate on strength all the time. Now, there are reasons to take some of those other there are reasons to take some intelligence or willpower or dexterity for sure. But your majority of points you want to be putting in your Paragon is going to be strength related for sure. 2,500, your strength is 2,500. That's awesome. Mine's 2,699, so you're doing good, bro. I missed him. I wasn't even hitting him. Huh. That was weird. I was too far back. At 2,500 is strength. You're going to be, you're at 2,500 strength. You're just smoking everything. You're burning it down, I bet. That's the real number you really care about. Don't worry about this number. This number, like, see, mine was at 395,000. That number is going to go up and down, up and down. Worry about strength if you're a Barbarian. If you're, a Necro or a Sorcerer, you probably want to worry about intelligence. If you're a Rogue, dexterity. I mean, there's just, every class has got a different thing that you need to worry about. And you can tell when you look at these which one you care about.
Not ready yet.
And the other thing that a lot of people forget about a lot, when you're doing your Paragon board, if you need specifics, go in there and use this keyword search. Because you can search for just about anything that you may need, whether it be fury, whether it be resistance, and you can find it right on that Paragon board. and you can use it there. Just remember that as the game goes on, you're going to probably want to go back and revisit and move those points somewhere else, because you may not need resistance anymore. You may not need, you know, certain things. PoE 2, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I was disappointed with PoE 2. I'm a PoE 1 guy. I'm a huge PoE 1 guy. Huge. I went back to, I played PoE 2. I played, we did the maps, we did all the bosses, we did everything, but I was disappointed with it because I like PoE 1 and there was just too many changes I didn't like in PoE 2. But is it worth it? Yes. It's a $30 game for early release. Yeah, you know, you're going to pay more than that for most games. But it's challenging. I think, you know, it just depends on what kind of games you like. If you don't like games that are going to kind of challenge your mind and make you figure out mechanics of a boss and things like that, you may not like it. I personally went back to PoE 1. Yeah, and it'll be free with, you know, probably give it another 6 months. It'll be free. I think it's going to get delayed being free because I think it needs a lot more work than what they thought. And they've really been inundated with issues on the game. But yeah, Bloodwave Necro is definitely the broken build this season. I'm sorry, I missed your question. Bloodwave Necro is definitely the broken build this season for sure. And Jeremy, I don't think PoE 2 is going to be free soon. I think they're still, in fact, if you talk to them, they're actually being less conservative than me. I'm saying 6 months, and they're actually still saying 8 months to a year. I think they're starting to realize they've got some issues.
Not ready yet.
So they did that 11 new ascendancies to PoE 1 for guys like me that went back to PoE 1. And honestly, a lot of PoE 1 veterans went back to PoE 1. A lot of us felt like, you know what? You could have just added everything in PoE 2 to PoE 1. Well, there was no reason to create a sequel at this point because you didn't give us an open world. There's no big change in it. You could have just put all of that into PoE 1. Instead, a lot of us, and I'm just saying us as veteran PoE 1 guys, feel like you gave us a dumbed down version of PoE 1 that isn't as fun. But that's our opinion. That doesn't mean that you will have the same. And people that have never played PoE 1 absolutely are loving PoE 2, which is really what GGG wanted. That's what they wanted. So many people were intimidated by PoE 1. They wanted to make it where really anybody could come in and play it. It is definitely worth the $30. I mean, it's a full game. It really is. It's definitely worth the $30 early release play. And keep in mind, PoE 1 was cooked for 11 years. 11 years they developed it. So PoE 2 will get there. It will. I'll come back to it at a different date when it has a few more updates and stuff. But right now, I had enough of it. I was just like, you know what? I just can't stand some of the things you've done in this game. I've been asked a lot, what did I not like? And I can tell you that I hate the ruin system. I hate the way they changed the gems. I absolutely think the passive skill tree has gotten so much weaker. And I understand they were trying to make things easier, but I guess I kind of liked it the hard way. Thank you for the follow, Spirit. Appreciate it.
My bags are full.
Full. I'm wearing a 4GA Raccoonus Wake, but I didn't get it from Durrell. I got it from Infernal Horde, opening up the 200 Ether box crate. We've seen a lot of 3 and 4GA pieces drop. There's a 2GA Soul Brand. A lot. The group usually grabs quite a few. I know yesterday we saw a couple flicker steps, 4 GA flicker steps drop. Yeah, I'm wearing these. I'll tell you, I got these at, I got that at Infernal Horde by opening up the 200 ether box. And I think that's the only place they drop, actually, is there. Yeah, I do have a lot of mats. I do. I can't tell you how I get them, because if I do, then I gotta kill you, and you know. Yeah, but yeah, I do have a lot of mats. I spend a lot of time getting mats. All right. Oh, there, easy. I just saw you weren't there. Sorry. I can see you. ITTM.com is pretty freaking good, bro. And Tumba has an affiliate link there. It's actually pretty incredible. I'm not saying I do, and I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying you might want to go there. Less than $1. Less than $1. I can tell you, Rue, that we do this every day at 11 a.m. Eastern, except for Saturdays, Sundays, and through Friday. So definitely reach out to Made Biker Pound 1605 and send a friend request. And then what I do is I approve it. And when I say, hey, we have an opening, you instantly request to join. So that way you don't have anything that's going to hold you back. And you can get into the group, and we do this every day with different people, and we try to get them geared up. There you go. There's somebody right there. So we do this Sunday through Friday. You come in. You don't need to have anything, no mats, no nothing. If you're not Torment 4, I'll help you get the Torment 4. We'll go run a high-level pit. So we do that 6 days a week, trying to get everybody geared up so they can enjoy the game. Three-star condemnation. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Yep. Sunday through Friday, we do this, and normally I actually probably start a little before 11 every day. But yeah, then when I say, hey, we have an opening, you just got to be quick and hit request to join. And you'll get in one of those days, and we'll get you all the stuff you need. We'll get you to Torment 4. I think the game is much more enjoyable when you have the gear. And you can pay it forward. You can go help other people. I've helped so many people gear up. It's so cool, because then I watch those same people go help others. It's just great. I absolutely love it. It's kind of my own version of endgame content, I guess. You know, helping other people has become the endgame content for me. So I've got about 28 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna have to go. So if there is a spot that you need to go to before I get off, tell me now, and we will definitely go there, because I got like 28 more minutes. Then I'm gonna have to go and do my yard work. I went back to PoE 1, Connor. I think, I mean, I'm a PoE 1 veteran. I played PoE 2. We played the maps. I didn't like it. I mean, I just felt, to me being a PoE 1 guy, I felt like it was a dumbed down version of PoE 2, of PoE 1. I felt PoE 2 was kind of a dumbed down version. There were a lot of things I didn't like about it. However, you're talking very early release. Things will change. It'll be improved. I'm absolutely certain of. I was super fired up about it. My viewers can tell you I was really fired up about it waiting for it to come out, and went and jumped on it right away on day one. And yeah, as time went, I got more and more dissatisfied with it. But is it worth the release? Yes, absolutely. It's a full-blown game, really is. It just needs more time to cook. That's all. PoE 1, was developed for 11 years. 11 years, man. Imagine that. My thoughts on PoE 2 are exactly this. Why didn't you just add that stuff to PoE 1? Why did you come up with a whole new sequel? The game is dumbed down and you didn't really add anything new. I mean, if you would have added an open world, okay, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you need to do a sequel. But there's nothing new. I mean, you added these crappy ruins that mean absolutely, they're just such an afterthought. The way they do the gems, there you go, spear just dropped. Man, you got that spear a couple times, I think, right, bro? Oh, maybe it was Shattered Bow. What's up, D Street? Yeah, I guess that's why I liked PoE 1. And keep in mind, I played it for a long, yeah, you got 2 spears. I played it for a long time, man. So, but I like that about PoE 1 because I could go do mining, I could go do maps, I could go do heists, I could go do all these different things. Yeah, and PoE 2 felt, to me, it felt a very big step backwards, and I just thought, I just absolutely hated the way they did the gems. That was a huge change. I didn't like the ruin system. Passive skill tree, I felt like it gotten way weak. Antoine, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But is it a quality game? It's a quality game, and it's definitely worth the $30, and it's gonna get better. And it's gonna be free. If you want to wait, it'll be free. It'll definitely get better. Grinding Gear Games is such a good studio. They really are. They're a good studio. They'll get it together. They'll make it happen. So when season 7 D4 came out, I jumped over here, and I do this every season. I mean, every season we play. Mid-season, I usually leave and go play something else, and then I come back. I usually do this, what I'm doing right here, help players get geared up. Go play another game. One season we went and played Once Human. Once Human was a pretty interesting game, I thought. We played The First Descendants. A lot of PoE. Did a lot of PoE over the last 6 seasons. This is right now. This D4 is what I'm playing, and then I actually went back to PoE 1 and started playing it on my off time a little bit here. I don't know what game I'll switch to at mid-season during this season. I have a lot of games asking me to play them. A lot of people are asking me to play their game, but I just haven't. Honestly, I would like to play the new Battlefield. The brand new Battlefield that's done with the real engine. It looks incredible. It's in early release though right now, play. And I don't want to do any more early release games because it kind of ruins it for me. Like PoE 2, if I would not have done the early release game, I would be still hyped up for its release. And instead I did the early release and I just wasn't very happy with it. See, I don't think PoE 2 is amazing at all. I'm totally disagree. I think PoE 1 is just way better. I just not happy with it. Didn't like it. Everybody said, oh, it's too hard, it's too hard. So then I did a video showing how we were dropping bosses all the first try and saying, and you guys were saying this is hard. And then everybody on my YouTube video got all pissed off and saying, oh, well, because you're an elitist. You're an elitist. You're an elitist. That's why it's not hard for you. And I'm like, guys, these bosses are not freaking hard. It's just learn the mechanic, man. Get your gear and everything ready. But anyway, I don't want to get into all of it. A lot of people were upset, and I'm like, well, I don't like it. I thought it was a dumbed down version. I'm like, I think it's a dumbed down version of PoE 1, personally. And I'm like, that's what GGG wanted. They openly said that they wanted to make it easier for new players, and they wouldn't be intimidated. And I think that's what they've done. They've made it a much easier game. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I was super looking forward to it, and I was very disappointed when I played it. So when season 7 started, we jumped back to this. We were in maps on PoE 2. Actually, we had just created a second character on PoE 2, and this season 7 got released, and we jumped back to this. Happily, actually. Happily jumped back to this. I think it depends on what character they're playing, struggling with bosses. I think, a lot of people that were contacting me about having difficulty with PoE 2 bosses. First of all, just because the boss says on the map level 55, a lot of people were thinking that, oh, well, if it says level 55, I should be able to go there and kill that boss at level 55. And I was telling people, well, that's not necessarily true. You may, depending on what your class you're playing, you may have to over level a little bit, I mean, I don't know. I brought a lot of people over to PoE 1 with me. I brought a lot of people over to PoE 2 with me. A lot of people in PoE 2 that I brought with me. It's the same reason of me well, it was just, I don't know. A lot of it seemed kind of hodgepodge thrown together, like the ruins. The ruin system is just an afterthought, really kind of stupid. And I didn't like the way the gems were done at all. I felt there was a lot of gatekeeping in the game. In PoE 2, it felt like there was a lot of gatekeeping going on, which kind of bugged me a lot. But again, I think everybody has an opinion. I think you can look at the player numbers and you can see that a lot of players have left PoE 2 and then go look at PoE 1, the numbers were 0. And then as time went on, you saw all the PoE 1 veterans going back to PoE 1. You go read the forums at Path of Exile, and there's a lot of pissed off people that feel like, wait a minute, we gave up PoE 1 for this? This is what we gave it up for? I mean, those are exact comments that I've been reading a lot of, and it's what I felt like. I felt like, why didn't you just add this to PoE 1? There is no open world. There is no change that would have demanded a sequel. Everything that's in PoE 1 could have been, PoE 2 could have been incorporated into PoE 1. But, I don't know. But anyway, that's just my opinion. That's just one gamer's opinion. That's it. Doesn't mean it's right. Just my opinion. That's all.
Come back if you need work.
Yeah, PoE 2's got a long ways. Keep in mind, PoE 1 cooked for 11 years, man. 11 years. It's got a long ways to go. However, the core game mechanics are not going to change. They're not going to get rid of the ruin system. They're not going to get rid of the way they do the gems. They're not. It's not going to change. The passive skill tree is the passive skill tree. And in my opinion, it's gotten way weaker than PoE 1. I mean, well, and again, had I never played PoE 1, if I never played PoE 1, I probably would have been super impressed with PoE 2. But because I played PoE 1, I keep comparing it to that and going, you know, guys, what are you giving us here? You're giving us the same thing, only dumber? It makes no sense. Why would you do that? Why, anyway. And that, you're hearing that comment from not just me, but you, like I said, go to the forums. A lot of veterans feel the same way. Well, yeah, I went back to PoE 1. I just said, you know what? I don't want to play this anymore. Once I got the maps and did maps, I was like, I'm done. This has just gotten so stupid. But I mean, I played a lot. Last Epoch, I played PoE 1, PoE 2, Lost Ark, Diablo, Diablo 4. I mean, it's just a lot of different games, and I like games for different reasons. I struggled to find a reason to like PoE 2. I just did, and it was just hard for me to find a reason to like. I liked the bosses. I thought they were pretty cool. I thought the mechanics were pretty cool. But I said the exact same thing. There you go, Andrew's message drop. I said the exact same thing about PoE 1 when it first came out. I said, oh, these are the best bosses I've ever seen. So yeah, I think everybody has their own opinion, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean opinions don't make it right. It's just an opinion. That's all it is. No, PoE 1's probably not very forgiving to new players. The big reason why GTT created PoE 2 in their mind was they wanted to make it more attractive to new players. They felt like, in fact, their comment was players were intimidated by PoE 1 and they wanted to get that feeling gone, which I think PoE 2 has done. I think they've done a good job of that. Yeah, oh yeah, PoE 2 is very much slow. It's a very slower paced game for sure. All right, guys, I am gonna have to get off of here. I know that I said I had a little more time, but now my dog is standing next to me, so I'm gonna have to get out of here. Let me go back and grab that gear I left. But guys, I'm gonna have to get off of here. I'm gonna have to get out of here, man. You guys are awesome, man. I mean, I'm here to help you every day of the week except Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. This is what I do. I help you guys out. Send a friend request to this person right here. Send it to that 007 007. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. You are awesome. Send a friend request to that right there. I approve it. And then when I say, you're welcome, everybody, when I say, hey, we have an opening, you just do request to join. Don't ask, don't anything. Just bang, hit request to join. Because if you wait, it's going to be too late. And that way, everybody can get in. We'll do high pit runs to get you through pit. We'll get you through everything. And get you so you can get to high torment level. We'll do boss runs to get you the mats you need. We'll do some infernal horde runs to give you some obudicite. We'll try to do a little bit of everything to help people. There we go. Got one right now. Perfect. And again, I do not do Saturday. Saturday is the only day I don't stream now. We're doing Sunday through Friday. All right. So we will get it. We will get it done. Here, let me get that one approved. There we go. And we'll get all of you guys up. This is season 7. I think it's now been, what, 3-4 weeks in? I don't know. 3 weeks? Maybe 3 weeks in. I don't know. I've lost count. But yeah, this is the new season 7 with the witchcraft powers, which I made fun of a lot, and it's actually been very, very good. What's up, Nelson? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, you guys. I have got to get my butt off of here now. We had a lot of fun. I'll be back Sunday. Sunday is a good day for those guys that have to work. You miss all of these runs, so Sunday you can get in and get some runs done with me. Okay, everybody, I gotta fly. Thank you all for being with me here. We had a lot of fun. I will see you all again soon. Be safe, take care, and please.